Okay, good morning. It's been a while. After surgery, I haven't really felt like doing anything. I really can't think of anything. I'm sedated at nighttime to sleep, and I'm living on Tylenol during the daytime. But anyway, I thought about long and hard about the silver market, and this video is basically telling you why I'm pulling out. Another overtaxed taxpayer is pulling out of the silver market. Stay tuned, and I'll fill you in on why. So about the surgery, I had it on December 28th. Purposely saved it for the end of the year, even though I injured myself about 3 or 4 months ago. And well, for the reasons of insurance purposes, you know, by the end of the year, you're closer, if not have already paid off your out-of-pocket deductible, which I did. So I got my MRI done. It showed 2 tears. One was 1 centimeter, one was 3 centimeters. But upon opening me up, he had found it was worse than the MRI showed. So if you can picture a bicep in the shape of a banana, with the tall stem being the cartilage and whatnot connecting to your shoulder. Well, he says, and this could have been like this for years. He says that stem was split down the middle. About 2/3 was dangling in the wind, so to speak, metaphorically, and the other 1/3 of that so-called stem was attached properly, which is always funny because when you're bodybuilding, you go by aesthetics and balance, and I always thought that this bicep, the bad bicep, had a better form, better shape, and was much fuller than my right hand, my right arm, I should say. So he has sewn that back together and reattached that completely. There was one thing that needed to be done, and he found 2 other tears, and the 3rd incision he had to do some cleaning up of burrs and whatnot. So I got 4 incisions about 1 inch long, each 1 inch long. So altogether it's about a 4-inch gash in my it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 all the way back here. So it takes, believe it or not, being cut open. I've never been cut open before in my entire life. It takes a lot out of the body. You know, it really exhausts you. The body basically, even though you don't know it, the body basically goes into rebellion mode. It's in shock. And then the recovery mode, and you know, it's a really exhaustive thing on the human body to be cut open and to heal again. So again, I go to bed. I have a cocktail that the doctor prescribed me. What I mean by cocktail, it's about 3 different pills, and I wake up all groggy like I am now, and I start my regimen of Tylenol throughout the day. And just to finish up about this surgery, I'll be living in this sling, if you can see it, for about 3 to 4 months. And I start my physical therapy in about, I'm thinking of the date right now, about 2 to 3 weeks. So there's that, folks. So that I haven't been making any videos for a while. It's just been like, ugh. Brain feels like mush. I hate that feeling when you take pills and what it makes you feel like up here. You know what I mean? I don't like that buzzy high feeling. That it's just unnecessary. I wish there was just an injection they can give you at the site to stop all pain, and then be done with it. You know what I mean? Go in for your shot once a week and just be done with it. It's just anyhow. As far as the silver market goes, by the way, thank you for tuning in to me. I always have to do this. I'm the overtaxed taxpayer, like you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that little bell icon. It'll notify you every time I put out a video or do a live stream. silver has been really crazy lately. Fluctuating within the $23 to $24 mark. At times it's tempted to go below 23, but it's pretty stable, you know, in that $23 mark. And I wanted to talk about silver and silver stackers. What I notice between myself and some friends that are local, that are silver stackers, I also see hints of this on the internet throughout the silver community, the silver and gold community, I might add. I see this mentality, although it's very subtle, you have to really look for it, that if you're not buying silver, you're not a silver stacker. And the expectation from others is that you buy every second, at minimum once a week. And there's videos out there of, and God bless them, I'm happy for them, honestly. But there's videos out there of people buying new product, doing box openings once a week. And that's good, but again, we all have to stay in our lane, right? Some people can acquire faster than others, but we're all going in the same direction. What I mean by that, if you're new to this channel, that lane right there is the fast lane. This is the slow lane. When you want to go fast or past traffic, you get in this lane, which I am because there's oncoming traffic right now. Okay, I can get over when I feel like slowing down, or when finances are tight. But for you new stackers out there, don't feel like you must keep up with people. And I'm getting somewhere with this, and I know I repeated this in other videos, but this one's going in a different direction. And sometimes you got to pull back, and just because you pull back from the silver market and quit buying for a while doesn't make you any less of a silver stacker. It doesn't make you any less financially intellectual. In fact, it might make you even more intellectual. There's times that you pull away from a market. There's times you don't invest. I've seen it done in the stock market. I've seen it done in the housing market. For crying out loud, I think we've all seen it done in the housing market, where it just really was a high risk, or financially just irresponsible to buy real estate. We saw it during 2005, the balloon, the real estate, the whole housing market collapsed, for that matter. Now, after the fact, after it came down from that bubble, and that bell curve, so to speak, then it was a good time to buy. But during the bubble, what I'm trying to say is sometimes you have to pull away from a market, and I've decided that I quit buying for a while. And there's outside variables outside of the silver and gold market that has made this decision for me. Economically, things are really bad out there. The price of groceries have gone through the roof. So some more finances need to be allocated to the grocery bill. I think the electricity is going up by 3%. They just voted, the board just voted, and the city allowed a 3% increase on your electric bill. Waste management's going up. Gas obviously has gone up. So, and at $23 an ounce for silver, which in the grand scheme of things by itself is not a bad price. I say 23, but I also know there's something like a $7 to $9 premium. I'm not ignorant to that fact. But if the economy was good, I would have no problems buying silver, a $23 coin with a $9 premium, $8 premium, whatever it is right now. So there's just other variables right now. I just wanted to clarify and hopefully stop the curiosity of people. Well, what did you buy this week? What did you buy this week? Because it is a guilt trip, isn't it? When you think you, in order to belong or in order to validate yourself, you need to keep up with the Joneses, and that's not what the overtaxed taxpayer does. He looks at the market, and if the market is welcoming, I'll go into it. And the market is not the silver market by itself. Our entire life, our entire finance system, everything that surrounds us, every little thing that we have to buy in order to survive is part of, in my opinion, the market. And silver's just one little thing off over here that I need to buy. Gold is next to it, right there, it's next to it. But I have to add up everything in that circumference to establish whether I want to retain in a market. And again, that goes for every market, the stock market, the housing market, you name it. And so I'm not going to be buying silver for a while until things fix up. Got a frog in my throat. Saying that, I think I'm being fiscally responsible. I feel that I'm making wiser decisions. I feel that it relieves some of the financial stress that it's causing me in order to keep up and buy and buy and buy. But I still have what I've already purchased. None of that has been sold. I'll always have it. So that is a permanent savings account I'll always have. And I'll eventually get back into the silver market and the gold market when it's time. When it's time. Other than that, I got to run now. I'm going to work. Oh my God, sitting at work sometimes is very difficult in the pain. During the pain, because this starts to ache. Right now it feels good, but it just starts to ache, and oh my Lord, the movement. They don't, out of a scale of 1 to 10, the doctor says I need to restrict movement down to like 0.5. That means my arm can maybe come out a half an inch. But it's very difficult. I'll hold something with my right hand, and being one-handed now, I drop things a lot. And it's so funny how the brain works. Immediately, this arm wants to jump and help and assist without me thinking about it. And when it does, it freaking hurts. About 2 weeks ago, I was going through a turnstile at work. And as I was halfway through the turnstile, there's bars around the outside perimeter. It's not like a glass hotel door turnstile. There are bars. And then you're going through the turnstile, basically through a cage almost. And as I was halfway through this turnstile, the sun's going to get in our eyes here for a second, I heard a loud sound behind me, instinctively turned, and like a Dumas, I'll just say it very nicely, dumbass. This arm, I ran into one of those bars, square and perfect. Now, I've been stabbed before. The knife went completely through my arm. I pulled the knife out. It felt a little numb. It felt a little throbby. I walked. I didn't know what to do. I was confused. So I walked to a pharmacy where my brother worked. He pulled me in the back and he bandaged me up, and I walked around and before going home. When I ran into this, it almost brought me to my knees, because everything's freshly sutured to the bone right now. It almost, I felt my knees start to buckle, and I'm at work, and how humiliating. And I started cussing shit. Oh man, I was outside, thankfully. The turnstile's outside. It allows you to get into areas of the campus, in and out of campus areas. It literally brought me to my freaking knees. So I got to be very careful. I thank you all for tuning in. I am going to continue to make videos, It doesn't matter that I'm not buying right now, but I will keep my eyes on the silver market. I will be paying very close attention to what is going on in our world and in our economy. Long live silver. Have a good day.